Welcome to the video. This is my first Minecraft theory video revolving around the unstable universe. My theory is based on the connector's video, expanding on what he said and adding my own ideas. All right, let's begin. Starting with Wembu's very recent video where he gets imprisoned. My theory is that Wembu will escape, like he usually does. Lettuce will eventually find out that Wembu has a teammate named Egg-chan, and Egg-chan will try to escape from Lettuce. But before he does, he leaves a book in a bookshelf explaining where he is, and Egg-chan will return to the Farlands. Yes, my theory might not happen, but it is possible. I think Wembu will return to the Farlands to find him, refill his orbital strike cannon, and explore more of the Forge, which we still don't know much about. Moving on to my Lettuce theory about his gear. In Flamefrag's recent video, he gets jumped by over 10 Netherite players from the Law, and we also saw the 1,000 player event against Wembu and Flamefrags. So where does the Law get their maces, their Netherite gear, and all the diamond ore? Can we say Lettuce is manipulating people? Is he using some power to steal gear? Did he find an invisible mafia stash? Or maybe he discovered a new duping method after the last one was patched on the unstable SMP. We can't really form solid theories on Lettuce, since he hasn't said enough to prove anything. I'm going to move back to Wembu before I get into Spoke, Flamefrags, or Parrot. In Wembu's recent video where he gets captured by the Law, Spoke says that the Law has BAT and Jumper who working with them. So we can assume Spoke is working from the inside since he is part of BAT. All right, enough about the Law and Wembu for now. Parrot found the lost tomb of the Invisible Mafia made by Ashswag, and Marlowe appears as a character with Marol's diary in the video. When Parrot reads Marlowe's diaries, he discovers that Marlowe is trying to protect something. I also believe the Invisible Mafia will return. At the end of Parrot's video, he finds out there are still hundreds, maybe even thousands, of Pearl stasis chambers. If you notice, Marlowe is wearing a white eye trim, which hasn't been seen in the Invisible Mafia before. We've seen netherite and other trims, but not white. Is white higher ranked than the diamond eye trim? Also, in an older Flamefrags video during Wembu's Invisible Arc, he fights Minute Tech, a strong PV peer who was a diamond rank member of the Invisible Mafia. What if Minute Tech finds the tomb of the Mafia and gives the information to Wembu? Now let's talk about Spoke. Spoke hasn't done anything major recently, mostly trolling around, but in his newest video, he goes into an archive full of BAT's books. At the end, the leader of BAT confronts him, almost looking like he's about to kill him. All right, back to Flamefrags before I return to Parrot. I'm going to assume Flamefrags is going to try to defeat the Law and possibly team up with Prince Sam and Wembu, since we see them all in the prison in Wembu's video. So we might see Flamefrags team up with some older players again, but he could also team up with Parrot, since Parrot is a great manipulator and can get himself into and out of difficult situations. Parrot also learned a lot from the time he was stuck in prison with Wi-Fi's. Finally, let's end with Parrot. I think he's going to hunt the Invisible Mafia again, since it doesn't seem like they're gone, especially with all those Pearl stasis chambers. There has to be another outpost or something. The people in that tomb must have been some of the highest ranking members, since it's in the end and 500,000 blocks out. Whoever built it clearly didn't want it to be found, meaning those players must be high ranking. But that's just my guess. Parrot will most likely investigate it with another player. Maybe Spoke. I don't really see Theo being a big help in this, but that's just my guess. Thank you for listening to my theory. I'm going to try to respond to every comment, and thank you to the Connector for information in your recent videos, and Ashgoo Tales for the inspiration.